What's up, Kim Folk? It's game day, and this is the make or break point at this point in the season.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football.
Now, this is a damn good Texas A&M football team. Now, I do think they're a little overrated, but this is still a very good team, and this is the team that we have to beat to get to the Iron Bowl. Because the rest of the schedule until the Iron Bowl, I think we have it sewed up as long as we go out and we execute the offense the way we're supposed to. So, Texas A&M has two future NFL running backs, Isaiah Spiller and Devin Achane. These are two great running backs. They both have over 100 touches this season. And although their offensive line is young and they make mistakes, they are very physical. And with us having a relatively undersized defensive line, that's going to be huge. We have to be able to fill our gaps, and we can't be getting pushed off the ball because these two running backs can take it the distance before you even notice. The only weapon in the passing game that really scares me is Weidermeyer, the tight end. We've had struggles guarding the tight ends. I don't think any of their receivers really scare me that much. Zach Calzada's played solid, but if you go back and you watch the Alabama game that I did, a lot of his throws are behind the receivers, and with our corners, I have confidence that we can force the span to make some mistakes. Alabama, we know they're still a good defense, but it looks terrible because it's Alabama. But if our as long as we don't have guys running wide open like we did against Penn State, I think we can sew up that and keep these receivers in check, most definitely. Now, this Texas A&M offense, third worst in the SEC in passing, and that's not a surprise at all. Zach Calzada is not necessarily the best quarterback in the country. But he will make us pay if we don't execute the defense. Seventh best in the SEC in rushing offense with 188 yards per game. They have two, again, NFL future running backs. These are great running backs. This is the best running back tandem we faced all year. It's been usually us with the two-back system that's blowing everybody out of the water. Fifth worst in the SEC in points per game again. Not a surprise, 29.6 points per game. So basically, I think if we can get up into the 30s, we're going to win this ball game. But it's going to be tough with this defense because they run a 3-4, three-down lineman and a buck. Tyree Johnson, 6 sacks this year. He's a very good pass rusher. And the biggest guy on the team, maybe not in size, but as far as productivity, and the guy that I'm terrified for our offensive line for is DeMarvin Leal. This man's going to be a first-round pick. He is an absolutely dominant defensive lineman. He has 8.5 tackles for loss this year, 5.5 sacks from his interior D lineman position, and he is a beast. I'm terrified for our guys for that guy. They're fourth in yards given up per game in the SEC, like fourth best. So I think if we can run the football, we can win the game. It's that simple, but with this defensive front four is serious. Now, our offensive linemen are going to have to do a great job in not, Our offensive linemen are going to have to do a great job in staying home and doing their job because they show blitz a lot and then they just back off. But one of these times they're going to bring the linebacker, they're going to bring the slot corner. They do a lot of exotic stuff when it comes to blitzing. They have 8 returning starters, so they have a lot of seniority on that defense. And their linebackers do a great job at getting off blocks. If you go back and watch the Alabama game, that's how they were pretty much able to keep that running game relatively in check because the 4 front guys, they fill up their gaps. The linemen would get to them, they'd just shuck them off and take the guy down for 3 or 4 yards. It wasn't a great day necessarily running the ball for Alabama. And their DBs, I don't necessarily think that there's any DBs in my mind that scare me, but they do a great job at keeping the receivers in check. And they've only allowed 200 passing yards per game and 129 rushing yards. I think if we can get that rushing yards up to about 200, I think we can win the football game. It's that simple. Our receivers are just going to have to make plays. They're going to have to make plays because, Quez and Tank are probably going to be getting 3-4 yards of pop. And we know Tank has the ability to go the distance, bounce it outside if he has to. And Bo's going to have to be Bo that he's been for the past couple weeks. And it's that simple. Bo has been on a hot streak lately. He's been delivering great passes. He's been doing a great job at running when he needs to. Still making some mistakes, but you can expect that from a college quarterback. He's got to deliver good passes. Our receivers got to make the catch, get our guys in space, get Demetrius Robertson the ball in space. Kobe Others has got to be that top receiver that he's been all year, basically, for us. He's been the best receiver on the team. I want us to see us get the tight ends involved like we have been. We've went to kind of like a tight end by committee thing. I mean, Luke Deal's catching passes now, which he wasn't really doing at the beginning of the season. Shanker was basically the only guy we were getting involved, and I like how we're getting more guys involved now. And Mike Bobo's going to have to call a good game because this is a good defense. This is not Ole Miss's defense. This is a good defense. They're not Georgia level, which we were able to move the ball in Georgia a little bit. So we should be able to run through these guys. If we win this game, it's up to us. Win the next 2 games, get to the Iron Bowl. That's the thing that we have to do. We have to get to the Iron Bowl 3-0 in our next 3 games. We got to win this one, we got to win next week, and we got to win the next week. If we can get to the Iron Bowl with 2 losses, we got a good shot. But if you like the video, my dad will be back. My sister's birthday party's today, so we're going to have to go to her party because my mom set it up at 3 o'clock p.m. So we're not going to be able to watch the game when it's on. I'm going to keep my phone off. I'm not going to be doing anything. When I get home, me and my dad are going to rewatch the game. We're going to watch it start to finish, and we're going to get a video out. But he's been at work all week, and he's really tired. I mean, he didn't get home until 1 o'clock. So, if you guys like it, like button, subscribe. We're on our way to 500. Lord Emmy.
Selena, go!